welcome back to the Your Last Resort podcast with your host, Brandon Lejean. This week for episode 74, we have a very special guest, Geoffrey Eggleston. He's a musician, comic, and has the voice of an angel. Thank you for joining the podcast, man. I appreciate it.
I'm here visiting from heaven.
I'm visiting here from heaven, 3-day visa, green card from heaven.
Yeah. It was complicated with COVID, but we got it worked out.
God
pulled some strings for me.
Yeah.
So,
You think they have like visas and shit for heaven? If heaven was real, they wouldn't let like refugees in and shit. Heaven makes me think of white people for some reason.
It depends on like whose heaven you're talking about. If you're talking about like the white Southern Christian heaven, they're definitely not letting. The people who fell off the plane in Afghanistan and died, they're not getting in.
No,
they're not getting into white Christian heaven.
Yeah,
okay?
you can't even have like a half Hispanic aunt. She's not allowed in that shit either.
Yeah, it's not unlike having like a half Jewish aunt or something. Back in the 40s.
Yeah,
it's a no-go. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, we don't. It's bring it up with God, man. We don't make the rules of heaven. It's God's problem, His thing.
You can fill out a complaint form. But I mean, I've been there. The box is full.
I don't think he reads
checked.
them ever. Yeah.
No, he doesn't read them.
God, man, what an asshole. Well, man, thank you for doing the podcast.
Yeah.
We normally started off with a would you rather to kick it off. So
okay.
I got a would you rather for you right now. It's would you rather see everything like upside down inverted or see everything in black and white for the rest of your life? So I'm assuming like that happy birthday sign, all the letters are flipped. Like, you're looking at me, I'm inverted. You kind of have that center of balance. We'll say it's not like your whole life is flipped upside down.
Yeah.
Or you just kind of see everything black and white.
Well, I recall reading about some guy who put on like upside down glasses, and after wearing them for a certain amount of time, he completely adjusted.
Wow,
so
that's a real thing.
Yeah, that's a real thing. So I'm gonna go with that.
Okay,
it's gonna be rough for a few days.
Yeah,
but at least I'll still be able to see color.
No, you're right, because I was thinking about that, like especially now that I know like someone has adjusted before. Like I wouldn't be the guinea pig. It would just suck ass seeing everything in black and white, bro.
Yeah.
It'd be boring. You wouldn't appreciate shit. Like you couldn't you'd be bad at matching outfits.
Yeah.
It'd be a tough life.
Yeah, and I'm trying to streamline my life, right?
Yeah.
And I also really like bright colors. That would be like a detriment to my personality.
Yeah,
I feel like I wouldn't be able to express myself in black and white.
Man. Yeah,
I'm not an auteur filmmaker. I can't pull it off.
You're not a dog.
No, exactly. I'm not an animal. I'm an angel. I'm an angel from heaven.
Yeah, it'd be depressing. Like you just come out and you're like, damn, look at that beautiful gray ass fucking sky.
Yeah, or like a rainbow, dude. How lame would that be?
What the fuck? Like look at those different shades of black and white.
Yeah,
fucking beautiful, dude.
The whole spectrum from
I think it actually
black to white.
It might look like one color because like you're colorblind. Like I don't know if you see shades because doesn't when you're colorblind like they all just look the same.
Colorblind and like is different from seeing in like black and white.
Okay.
Right? Have you ever taken a colorblind test?
No.
It's like they'll show you like a letter or a number that's like orange, but it'll be surrounded by like green.
Yeah.
Because they're I don't know in certain kinds
like
of colorblindness they're the same. They come off as the same
cones
shade.
whatever,
Yeah. It's because your cones are all fucked up.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think a rainbow would just be just like different shades of gray, or maybe on the ends it would look the same.
Yeah. You wouldn't get that like line differential you do with
I think you'd still see. I think you'd still see line. I mean, I hope. I mean, if you don't, I really don't want black and white. If you can't see the lines in between colors.
Yeah, that would be terrible. I was thinking about how fucking like the rainbow has become like a symbol for like the gay culture or whatever the correct thing I'm supposed to say is.
Right.
There's people who like are so homophobic that they can't enjoy rainbows anymore in their life. Like the sight of a rainbow makes them angry. I feel like the only people who complain about it are leprechauns. They had rainbows first before the gays.
Yeah. Well, leprechauns are gay.
Oh, I guess that's right. Yeah, it's hand in hand. My bad. I'm saying the same shit. Yeah.
They wear like bright, very extravagant outfits.
They're obsessed with gold.
Yeah, they're always singing songs.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
They talk in riddles like most women. Yeah.
It sounds pretty gay to me.
That's the gayest shit I've heard. If you guys walk away from one thing with this podcast, it's that leprechauns are the gayest thing on this planet. They're actually like there's nothing gayer than being a leprechaun at this point. Even being gay is like kind of more like it's less gay than being a leprechaun.
Well, being gay is boring these days.
Yeah, exactly.
Being gay, maybe not here in Texas. I mean, I haven't been here long enough to really know. But it
Yeah.
seems to me like, being gay is blasé. Come on, girls and boys.
Oh, I like that. It rhymes.
Let's let's amp it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's wear green.
Yeah.
Let's go around pinching people.
No game.
Let's hide some gold.
Yeah. No gay man ever has a pot of gold for me.
Yeah.
It's just his dick or
It's a
something
rip-off.
sexual.
Yeah, I have captured numerous gay men.
And they never have gold.
And they never have the gold, dude. I'm always like, show me.
Yeah, they're
you
like,
know?
let me go. I have a family. Please. It's like, dude, all we want is your gold and to see the end of the rainbow. And you're being an asshole.
Yeah, man. And then they call me the bigot.
Yeah, exactly. We're the fucked up ones in this situation.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great clip right there. So I'm gonna go seeing inverted. I don't know if I ever declared that or not. I'm gonna go with the upside down over not seeing color. Same with you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So we're gonna get in. We're gonna talk about a few things about you, and then we'll digress into more nonsense than we already were. But you're half of the Barely Serious Club, is right? That's
Very serious.
Very Serious Club.
Yeah.
Damn it! I wrote down. What a terrible host.
Yeah,
I am.
you're awful, dude.
Yeah, it's okay. I actually
very serious.
Yeah. Okay. Very serious. Not barely. You know what?
How dare you insinuate that we're not incredibly serious?
I'm gonna give myself
people.
a pass. If you look behind me, my roommate's podcast is called Barely Serious.
Oh.
So that's the confusion.
He ripped us off, dude.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
fucking
Exactly.
ripped us off.
Fucking hack. But so. Am I? I can edit this out. I'm allowed to say that it's not a real podcast, right? Or
You can say whatever you want about it, dude.
Okay.
Whether or not, the audience, it's up to you to decide.
Yeah,
okay.
it's like a think piece. Or
Yeah,
like a
no,
mosaic.
I mean, if you want to like get into like the process or whatever,
that's kind of what it is. I like it. So for those of you who don't know, they do like their reels and TikToks, and it's formatted like a podcast, like my clips, where it's you kind of do the split zoomed up.
Yeah, yeah.
And for a while, when I first followed you guys but didn't know you guys, I was like, oh, cool, they have a podcast together. And then after like 8 or 9, it took me 8 or 9 whole clips for me to be like, I don't think that this is really a podcast. Like,
yeah. Well, our thinking was like everybody has a podcast.
Yeah, no,
100%. And I'm nobody, so who's gonna listen to me talk for an hour?
Exactly.
So we did this sketch that was just kind of making fun of Joe Rogan, and then we realized, we could just plug jokes into this.
Yeah,
so,
no, I like it a lot.
So yeah, we shoot like 10 of them at a time, and then release them daily. It's at Very Serious Club on all platforms.
Yeah, go follow it, go check it out. It's super funny. So you guys like sit down. Do you just have like the mic? Do you do it back and forth, or do you do all your parts and then he does his parts, or what's that?
It's completely separated, dude. It couldn't be faker. It could not be less of a real podcast.
Yeah,
everything. It's totally scripted. We do all my lines, and then we flip, and then do all of Sean's lines.
That's what I was curious. I like it. I don't think it. I think you took a very original standpoint, because you're right. You were kind of just shitting on my podcast the whole time, but you're right. I'm a nobody.
I didn't do it directly, but yes, I was.
We were all thinking it. Everyone the 3 people listening are thinking it. Yeah. But no, exactly. You're right. There's anyone who, whenever like people, like anyone who listens to this, I'm always so thankful, because you're right. Like, they were like, hey, that random fucking open mic comic who lives in Texas, I'm going to listen to what he has to say for an hour.
Yeah.
So you're right. It's very bite-sizable. TikTok is this awesome, weird, confusing platform where you can totally perfectly promote that.
Fuck, I hate TikTok.
I hate it so much, dude.
One video will do super well, and the next one will. It's just like, oh, nobody follows me. It's like
dude, there is some genius algorithm they came up. I swear sometimes like online video games do this too, but just when you're like, fuck this, nothing positive is coming out of this, they'll kick you a win in a video game, or they'll kick you a fucking 20K clip, and you're like, TikTok is gonna be what makes me, and you're
really think
fucking into that bullshit.
Yeah,
dude.
it's like they've got you on a drip.
Yeah,
and they just like bump it up when they feel like they're losing you. You know?
Yeah,
and it's so crazy too, because it's like the videos that I believe the least in. Like, we had one that we almost didn't even put out. Like, he sent it to me, and I watched it. I was like, I don't know. What do you think? He's like, well, we made it. Let's just put it up. And that one did the best out of the whole batch. Best. And it's just like, okay, whatever.
It makes no sense.
You just have to surrender, dude. It's all about regularity and consistency.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
And I think that's what TikTok really figured out with their algorithm, because it doesn't even matter like who you follow. on
Doesn't
TikTok.
matter, follow.
It's like, what do you
hashtags,
watch?
nothing,
You know,
yeah.
you don't follow these hot chicks, but you watch them every time they pop up on your screen.
100%.
So that's what they're going to show you. You
Yeah,
know?
it's
And Sean and I, neither of us are hot chicks. So,
Yeah.
so
you're
we
fighting
struggle.
against it. Yeah, that's not easy for you guys to fucking.
Yeah, I can't just jump up and down and get views.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
so funny that you said that. I like because I've been trying to post more of my podcast shit on TikTok. I've been on TikTok more.
Yeah.
And you remember the Hey Boomer girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. She stumbled onto my page, so I was bored and horny. So I was like,
Yeah.
let's go see what she's up to.
Deep
now.
dive.
Dog, everything is like a 15-second clip of her doing like a robotic dance move where it's like, watch my titties bounce.
Yeah.
Watch them bounce. Views. And everything has like fucking 100K plus views.
Yeah.
They're not like, here's the thing. If a girl is gonna get on and do like a crazy dance and shake her ass and tits, but it's impressive, I'm not even hating.
Right.
Like you did something somewhat impressive.
Yeah.
That girl is just
She's hot.
She's just hot.
Yeah.
And I'm being an ugly hater, and I don't give a fuck because I'm jealous. That's 100% what it comes down to.
Oh, it's
is I'm
absolutely
jealous.
jealousy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no denying it. It's just there are people who literally their life is being hot.
Yeah.
Like one day they were like, I'm so hot that I will just be hot, and that will be what I do with my life. And that's like Addison Rae, all those
How many of
people.
them do you think actually admit that it's just because they're hot? Like,
None of
I bet
them.
Addison Rae really thinks she's a great dancer.
Yeah, I put in
fucking
effort.
what's her name? Nico.
Yeah,
whatever that
Nick-
chick you were
yeah.
just talking about. Like, she's a streamer.
Yeah.
Go fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
You have
If you don't-
nice boobs.
Yes.
And why that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's okay to have nice boobs. You don't have to pretend to be something you're not.
Yeah, because it's like take a second to think and look at maybe the content you're putting out
Yeah.
compared to someone who's way less famous.
Yeah.
Oh, their content's the same as you. Why are you more famous?
Yeah.
Because you're hot.
Well, it's like back in the era of, I mean, I guess we still kind of have supermodels, but I feel like the influencers just completely taken
Yeah,
that space
yeah.
over. But like Heidi Klum wasn't going around telling people she was a scientist
exactly.
or like a
yeah.
musician. You know,
I know,
I'm a
yeah.
dancer. No, I'm a hot chick
Exactly.
who puts on tight clothes and walks down a runway. Like, what's
Yeah.
wrong with being honest about
That's
that?
what I don't get. Like, there's I heard Bert Kreischer talking about it on a podcast where in comedy, it's luck. Like, you can go to as many mics as you want and be funny. You have to do that. But it's just really like you getting booked on something and someone seeing something and doing this. And it's just a series of, yes, hard work, but a lot of luck.
Yeah.
And I can appreciate when someone's like, yeah, dude, like, I just got lucky. Like, I worked hard, but so much luck. It's the same with where it's like, sure, yeah, maybe you do edit your own videos or you think of these content of you dancing, but don't deny the fact that you're hot. And if
Yeah.
you were a 4, no one would think your dancing was impressive at
It's
all.
true. Unless you're one of the outliers. Okay, so here's what I've noticed on TikTok.
Yeah.
And maybe this is just my algorithm.
Yeah.
I feel like it says a lot about you, what you see. So here's what I see. I see pimple popping videos. I see hot chicks.
Yeah.
And then I see horribly disfigured people.
Dog, that's just your algorithm.
Like, I just see like people with like huge facial deformities. And when because I mean, it stops me in my tracks. I'm like, oh wow, this person is ugly. You know, this kid, this is an ugly kid. You know, and that's what makes me swipe onto the page and really take a deep dive. You know,
Fuck,
but
yeah.
that's the majority of my
I think that
of my feed.
that's just your
Yeah.
algorithm, bro.
Dude,
But
it knows us better than we know ourselves.
I'll
That's really
give
what
it
is.
to you. I'm not even before people are gonna be like, "That's weird that you watch disformed things." You said the key word. You stopped and watched it.
Yeah.
Because I deep dove on her stupid dances.
Yeah.
The past 2 days, stupid hot girls doing stupid
Yeah.
fucking dances. I like the crazy dance ones. Your shit's just horny TikTok,
Yeah.
and because like you said, if you stop and watch for like 10 seconds, they're like, it's now your algorithm,
Yeah.
and it's part of you.
Have you seen the trend? It's like this LeBron James toy. It's this little rubber LeBron James toy. Have you seen this?
Yeah,
You
I've seen the toy. Yeah,
and they people are like cutting a hole in it and filling it up with water.
yeah.
And just and sometimes, and I don't know what it is about that, but I really like those videos too. And
Yeah.
I'll be scrolling, and it'll be like 3 of those in a row. Just three different accounts, 3 different people in inflating these LeBron James toys.
That's so dude. It's the most random shit that you'll get popping up, and you almost have to like. It sucks because you almost have to like if you see some shit that you're like, I don't want this on my feed. You got to skip through it quick enough.
Dude, I've been
TikTok
trying that
thinks
too.
You like it?
There's this like horrible cosplayer who keeps coming up on my feed. Like he like really really atrocious.
Yeah.
And he's not even disfigured. I don't know how he got on the feed, but yeah. And I like every time I see him, I'm just like, God, get out of here.
Yeah.
And he's still, it won't leave. He won't leave.
I do like that TikTok is becoming mainstream enough now that like almost everyone has a TikTok account.
Yeah.
But it's almost at the point now where almost everyone makes TikToks. They're not all great, but people will make like almost everyone makes TikToks. Like I feel like a couple months ago you had a lot of like people with no posts, but they went on TikTok all the time. But now people do shit. And it's funny because on my suggested page, I get like people from high school, people from college, and sometimes they post like the dumbest shit, and I get to kind of like mentally shit on them for 30 seconds before I scroll past and I'm sure they do that to me too, but it's okay.
Oh yeah. Well, it's this weird thing. Like it really has been in like a couple months. Like it used to be like people would have TikTok, but they'd have like shame about it. Like they wouldn't say, they wouldn't let people know that they had TikTok, and I don't know. I guess I kind of get that, but it's like whatever, dude. Just like, especially if you're in entertainment in any respect, like just go with the trend, dude. You have to, like, otherwise you'll be playing catch up, and you're not a celebrity, so it won't be a big deal. I love when people like announce that they made a TikTok. Like on Twitter, it's like, check it out, guys, I made a TikTok. It's like, what? Cool, dude. You're fucking late.
Yeah,
you're
you
like
have
2 years late.
Followers. No one, they don't care. Yeah, you're late
nobody. You only have 300 followers on Twitter. How many of those are going to convert from TikTok, dude? Not me. I'm one of them. I might have unfollowed you on Twitter for posting that dumb shit. You might have lost some Twitter followers.
Yeah, I'm not going to reward you for figuring something out 6 months later than the rest of us.
Yeah.
You're right. You're so right, though, that like you just need to buy into it because at worst, you put out a few things on TikTok and it dies and goes away. What are we going to do with that time anyway? Just sit around and fucking masturbate and waste time and not do shit. So who cares?
That sounds way better than feeling like a piece of shit.
It does. I'm not
after posting. I'd rather like jerk off and be like, what am I doing with my life?
What do you feel?
Then put a TikTok up and it get no views and go, what am I doing with my life?
What moment do you feel more shame in? Being like, this TikTok's going to blow up, going back and seeing it has like 200 views, or that feeling when you finish coming and you're just like, ugh. Which one do you think
What's
is
more shameful?
Yeah, which was that post nut.
Well,
like,
I think it's a different kind of shame, man. One is like a private shame, like for me, and one is a shame. Well, I almost said in public, but if nobody's watching it, then it's really
I guess
not.
that's true.
So, I don't know. Probably the TikTok thing, honestly, because it's like front facing.
Yeah,
you know?
someone
like,
knows.
Yeah, nobody. I mean, as far as I know, no one is like watching me jerk off.
Yeah,
I'm not putting that on TikTok.
yeah. TikTok would not let that shit keep.
Yeah, that's TikTok. That's a different.
We should start that app.
Let's do it.
This comes out Wednesday. We have till Wednesday to patent the name TikTok.
Okay, and get a really like smooth UI going.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, I think we could do it.
Yeah.
We got
hey,
some free
all
time.
the tech companies are coming to Austin. We can find somebody.
Exactly, dude. This is easy. We'll get started on this as soon as we're fucking done.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. I was watching your guys' clip of you talking about the bottom line with China.
Oh,
There's no way that survived on TikTok, did it?
No, it made it.
It hasn't been banned yet? I mean, I'm going to go report it after this.
No, I mean, it's kind of like shitty because we do like think about that stuff when we're writing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, is it like, it's, I don't know. Because I know, Jimmy Clifford?
Yeah.
He's been banned from TikTok twice now.
Why?
For violating their community guidelines,
And
whatever that is.
For the most random shit.
Yeah. So it's like stuff like, I mean, we talk about China in a few videos. We had a joke about North Korea, so basically China.
Yeah.
In this podcast will be taken down very soon.
Fuck, yeah.
But like when we write it, or like anything involving drugs or like drinking, it's kind of like, how funny is this joke? Is it worth this risk? And I mean, we haven't had any issues so far.
That's good.
Yeah, but
well, it's annoying because all it really takes is like one person being offended by your shit and reporting it.
Yeah.
I got banned on TikTok for like a couple days, but not the one I told you about, but this is another one. and I get why it was banned, but okay, there was this video going around of someone put a donkey on a train tracks and it got hit by a train and it
Holy
blows
shit.
up. It's pretty funny to me. I don't give a fuck what judgment people
sounds
pass
sick,
onto
dude.
me. But I was doing this thing where it came out right on like Thanksgiving or Christmas. So I was filming family members watching it, like my grandma watching it.
Wow.
And I was trying to start a hashtag called Show Me the Donkey Challenge. And I got like all my friends to it. And dude, honestly, it was so fun. I know this doesn't maybe sound funny to you, but
Sounds pretty funny.
it's the funniness of watching my homie's 80-year-old Filipino grandma watch the donkey blow up. Like her, like one of his grandma threw the phone and was like, "That's bullshit. Like don't fucking show." Like that's funny. But then I put it on and like one of my homie's girlfriends like I didn't like the video, so I reported it, and then TikTok banned me because of it. I went and reported all of her TikToks and her page and said that she bullied me and asked me for money and stuff, so that her page got banned too.
Did it get banned?
Yeah.
Wow.
For like, but only for like an hour, and then
It's like it's so fucked that it's that easy.
Yeah, exactly.
You could just lie.
Yeah.
And get it taken down.
Because I get and that's the thing. I get why mine was banned. I get that I'm literally showing an animal explode on train tracks. Like
I don't get it, dude. I'm gonna go on record say I don't get it.
You don't think it's funny?
No, I think it's funny. I don't get why you were banned. Just for a little bit of animal slaughter.
I guess you're right though, because think about it. If I would have posted, people do photo clips. If I post me fucking hunting with dead deers and shit, that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's more the reaction. I get that the clip shows the donkey first, but like, I don't know, man. I thought people would like duet it. I thought it was, dude, it brought me personally so much joy.
Well, that's the key.
That it doesn't matter if it got banned. That will forever be one of my favorite things I've ever created, and it was never a thing.
You have to make exploding donkey art for yourself, okay? If you don't like it, if you don't believe in it,
there's a deeper
who's
message
going
here.
to?
Yeah, if you don't believe in your exploding donkey, then no one will. And that's another message. Leprechauns are gay, and you have to believe in your exploding donkeys.
China is coming to get you.
China is. Did you listen to that North Korea podcast, the Rogan one with the girl? That shit was fucking
hilarious.
So fucking funny.
When she was talking about the rats eating eyes out of the dead bodies, dude, I was cackling, dude. Joe Rogan's comedy is out of this world.
I literally was just thinking to myself, show the rat eating the eyes challenge. I was rebranding, getting it started. We could think about it. The North Korea TikTok market is so untapped,
right? That
I could blow up into a whole new thing. We could get you guys to do a video. Now you're in on the North Korean market.
Yeah.
We help each other. I mean, there's no way North Koreans have iPhones.
No,
there's no way they don't really have
phones. Yeah, they don't have walkie-talkies, dude.
Dog, I cannot wait for in 25 years. The documentary we get to watch when someone finally goes into North Korean film, because eventually something will like the regime is too like high-strung, toxic. Even like they piss China off, who's like their older brother, and like something eventually is gonna like change, and it could be fucking 50 years, it could be 10 years, but when it does and they send in some film crew for HBO to make a documentary, that shit's gonna be wild and like crazy. Because I just
you think it'll be better or worse than the R. Kelly documentary?
Better, because there'll be more people getting pissed on than the R. Kelly documentary,
and that's
For
what
sure.
I'm into.
Woo!
Watch the whole R. Kelly documentary. Not one clip, not one golden shower,
not a single drop.
Yeah, they just kept talking about it. Come on, man.
Talk this.
Talk is
speaks
cheap.
Louder than action, or louder than words.
Piss.
Actions. Yeah.
Piss.
Piss is thicker than blood.
Yeah.
And that's what matters here.
Yeah. My piss is gelatinous. It comes out. It's like that other TikTok trend where they squeeze like the corn syrup out of the bottle. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my piss.
I like the satisfying videos. I'm a big fan of those. My girlfriend has like OCD, so she'll watch satisfying videos. Like 3 hours of her life will disappear to like people shaving down soap, and I get it though.
Like on the sander or whatever.
Yeah.
There's this one guy who like just reacts to people filling containers up to the brim. That's like his whole deal. He's huge. He has millions of followers, and he's just like watching, like, oh my god, is it gonna be? Oh, it's at the top. Oh my god, it's like This British dude just in his living room.
That's crazy. No, because there's like an angry guy on TikTok who, as shit as he just yelled. There's such the weirdest niches. Like I just followed a guy, and this is so smart. His thing is that he shares TikTok trends with you before they're big, so you can get on.
I've seen that. He's got like a red beard.
Which he might be bullshitting, and I followed him like yesterday, and I haven't seen another video. But that's such a smart angle, is to be like, oh, everyone wants to go viral, so I'm gonna be the viral guy who teaches you how to go viral.
Yeah, I think he was kind of like the original, and now of course he's got a bunch of
copycats and
yeah, like when you make a new TikTok account for a while, like people like that are all you see.
Yeah.
It's like, so you want to grow your TikTok account.
Yeah.
And it's like, all you have to do is have big tits. It's like,
yeah. Okay, thanks.
It's not going to happen.
I like the ones that are
How I got 1 million followers in 7 days. I jumped up and down. I did the jump up and down challenge every day.
I am so hot that guys jerk off to my TikToks, and that is why I am famous.
Yep.
It just, and I'm not like shaming anyone for it. It just, stop acting like you're special.
Dude, I'm nervous to jerk off on TikTok because like it has access to my camera and shit, and I'm like, oh man. And if I ever like, even if I'm using my phone at all to jerk off, like I like make sure the camera is like pointed away from my dick. You know? Like so then they'll just see my face, and that's a little. That might be worse. I don't know. What do you think? Dick or face?
I don't know which one. That's the hardest. Would you rather?
Yeah. Would you rather China capture like facial recognition from you while you're jerking off, or dick recognition while you're jerking off?
I guess the face, because just penises are so ugly and like scary and aggressive. Like when a naked woman, like the curve into it, like it's like a seductive thing. A penis is just this ugly fucking appendage that hangs from you, and like they all look like there's circumcised, uncircumcised. People have deformities. I don't know. I think I would rather stare at someone's, watch their vinegar strokes happen instead of watching it actually spit. You know?
Right.
I don't know. Both sound pretty fucking terrible.
I mean, yeah, they've already got my face, so I guess if they've got more of it, that's not a problem.
Yeah, I guess I never thought about that, like jerking off, how your camera is just on your
penis.
I
mean, if you're like, it's at your dick.
I sit down, so it is on my penis.
Yeah,
like,
it is literally just pointing at your dick, dude.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I'm like,
now you're gonna think about that.
No, because I'm X amount of years deep into masturbate, like 10 plus years now. If the dick's captured, it's out there.
Maybe something's wrong with me, man. Because I think about it every time. I'm like,
I mean,
like
now
consciously turning my camera away from my penis.
Yeah, no, I mean, I will not, like, there'll definitely be a moment or two now where I'm jerking off, and then I think about that, and then in turn I think about you, and then in turn I come, and then all this weird stuff happens. But it won't be something that frequently passes my mind.
Okay, I mean, we'll see, dude. He's gonna be avoiding me. You're gonna be avoiding me next time you see me.
I can't make eye contact with you.
I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk to
just
that
the
guy right
side.
now.
Just the side of you is gonna just give me a half shove from now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sexual trigger.
That was the plan. The whole point of you coming on this podcast was to bury yourself into my subconscious masturbating
That's
mind.
the only reason I do podcasts.
Oh, fair enough.
I actually bring this up on every podcast. Yeah, like, you ever think about how your camera's looking at your dick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
one day you're going to be able to walk into a full open mic and have everyone just rock fucking hard at the side of you.
Dude.
And that's you're going to know when you made it.
That's what rock stars do, dude. Mm-hmm. That's how you do it, dude. You got to adapt to modern technology.
Yeah. No.
You got to embrace it.
I don't even know. Like, we're so far down a rabbit hole of tangents.
A TikTok hole. This is like this is the same feeling that I have when I've been on TikTok for 2 hours. Mm-hmm. It's just like, where am I? What is going on?
Because I was thinking, you were like talking. I was like, you should bring it back to what we were talking about. I was like, were we talking about anything?
We've been talking about. Yeah,
I think this all started talking about the Very Serious Club.
The Very Serious Club. And, yep, and that's where we'll take you. We'll take you on a journey.
Yes, that was fun. I want to talk to you about your music too.
Okay.
So I mean, we've talked about this. I just want for like people listening to be able, but you started doing comedy first, right? And then you brought the musical act into it.
Yeah, so I have like a musical theater degree. I've always been a singer, and a musician, and but I've always liked to make people laugh. I've always been funny. So, Yeah, I mean, there was like a point where I kind of realized like musical theater wasn't really what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I started doing stand up, and I wanted to play music, but for a couple years I didn't. Just I guess out of like, I don't know, really probably like fear, but also like respect. You know, I wanted to, because in theater school like you learn, and really any like scholarship you learn the rules before you break them.
Yeah.
So I wanted to like do stand up and learn how to do like stand up before I like basically broke every rule and made every other comic hate me, which is what happens when you show up to an open mic with a guitar.
I don't know. Something about you doesn't bother me. Maybe it's because you can actually sing good.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, you know, like it's like
well, I'm not taking away from that, of course. I genuinely
but you're right.
music,
Like so many guys with guitar acts, unless you're talking about like the higher levels, like the Bo Burnhams, the Stephen Lynch's, Adam Sandler, whatever.
Wheeler Walker Jr.
Yeah, my gods, my fucking Mount Rushmore or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about those guys, most of the time when you see a comic with a guitar, it's like trash.
Fuck yeah.
It's just trash, dude.
When you, especially like on a show, when you see like a musical comic act before you, your first thought is, fuck my life.
Yeah.
Like you are like, God fucking damn it, I have to reset the room. But it's different with you because yours is funny and it sounds good and it's catchy and all that shit. So I enjoy it. I enjoy it. But
thanks, man.
Is it so how weird is it for you? Because there's this feeling as just like a stand-up comic. I have my jokes, like the jokes I would tell at a show, and then there's jokes you're working on and shit. And you got to work on those jokes that you tell at a show. And sometimes you start to get that like self-conscious feeling where you're like, fuck, like I did this joke last week at this mic, or like a bunch of these people have heard this joke, because yours is like, you can't churn out jokes at the same speed that we can, or songs that we can turn out jokes. It's just not as easy. You know, you can write a 20-second joke. You can't write a 20-second song. It wouldn't work the same.
You can, but it doesn't, because I've like experimented with like really short songs.
Yeah.
And, I mean, and just like me personally, it always leaves me feeling like, oh, I wish there was more to that.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm sure when you first did comedy, were you a short guy or a storytelling guy?
I think I was just kind of bad.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I guess I was more of a storyteller, and
That's
I think
probably why
and I
then,
think you can like hear that in my music too. Like a lot of it is more story driven. Like a lot of my stand up and my music, I mean, it's all the same to me. It just comes from like personal experience mostly, and then every once in a while I do something more absurd. You know, like Jesus was a lady or whatever.
That one.
But even that feels personal to me because I really was like a youth pastor. I really have spent a lot of time in churches.
You were for real a youth
pastor?
For real, I thought that was just like a joke.
No, that's
You're
for real. For real,
Okay,
a youth pastor who never read the Bible.
Okay,
for real.
Real quick, how old are you?
28.
28. Okay, so we're 4 years apart. We're same fucking.
Oh, you're
generation.
my brother's age.
Oh, okay, yeah, 20. Yeah. So, what age were you a youth pastor from?
I was in college. It was like a summer gig.
Yeah.
I would have been like 20, maybe 20.
Okay.
19 or 20.
Damn, that's wild.
Yeah.
And then it just wasn't for you. But you obviously, when you did it, you loved it, right?
Yeah, well, I kind of ended up, I don't know if I loved it, but I was getting paid.
Okay, fair enough.
I ended up, my mom
Slut
knew,
for Jesus.
Like, my family is not religious or anything, but my mom is like a therapist, and she's really into spirituality and stuff.
Which is kind of just what religion is.
Yeah, well, I mean,
in some cases.
there are some, there's some similarities. But she like knew all these like spiritual people, and she was friends with this pastor at a Presbyterian church. And in my experience, the Presbyterian churches are like the most accepting.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, really?
So, I know of it, but I don't know like what it entails.
I mean, I couldn't tell you.
Is it like
the
a
fucking
Catholic
exact
Christian
differences.
church similar to?
Well, it's a Christian church, but it's
like
not
a branch,
It's
right?
not like it's not like Catholics. There's no like fire and brimstone. There's no like hate. There's no exclusion.
Yeah.
I've worked at a couple Presbyterian churches, and those are shout outs to the Presbyterians. They're actually the chillest. This was actually in my hometown of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. A very diverse.
I've been there.
Oh, you have?
I have. I toured University of Sioux Falls, the
USF.
the purple team. Yeah.
They have a football team there.
Yeah.
They
I had an offer to go there.
Oh, really?
But I didn't
want
to go to
Good thing
South
you didn't
Dakota.
go there,
Yeah.
man.
I visited.
It's really a horrible place.
And like the falls were cool, like the whatever that water thing is cool. And then right after that, I was like, take me away from here, please.
Yeah. But shout out to them. They had a pretty diverse congregation for middle of nowhere in South Dakota.
For real, yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of like got the job because I was a singer and they wanted me to sing, and then that just kind of like. And I was pretty upfront. I was like, with the pastor, I was like, I'm not with the congregation. They all thought I was like a good Christian boy. But with the pastor, I was like, I'm not like a Christian. Like, I don't, I think what you're doing is cool. And if it helps these people, that's great. But
yeah, exactly.
But I was never like into it. I was like a singer, and then I like worked at the daycare, and then that turned into, I like ran the vacation Bible school. And I was like teaching kids. Like in my act, when I say like kids would ask me, what would Jesus do? Maybe not that directly, but they would ask me questions about the Bible, and I'd be like, be a good person.
Yeah.
Just be nice, share. And that's like the extent of my like Christian knowledge.
That's fucking.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny, because when you first said it, I like in my head, and I'm sure other people, I thought you were like a Jesus lover, which I'm not. It's not that, that sounds derogatory, but I mean in the sense that like you were saying, it wasn't your thing. Like I thought you were like, I have to spread the message and word of God, and
I don't know how you could do that never having read the Bible. It's like I got to spread this message that I on it. Like, hey, let's look at a lot of these people spreading these messages. It seems like a lot of them haven't read the Bible either.
No.
There's a hot take for you.
There was I'll leave names out of it, but there was a friend of mine who was very into church, and he would take us to like his youth shit sometimes, and we would go with him. And the youth pastor was this very nice, like older man, like in his 50s, but like super fit and jacked. And he was like devout, like don't be a sinner, like very. And then a couple months later, it came out that he was fucking like 2 of the kids' moms and ruined 2 marriages and his marriage. And it was like, and you're telling me that like I'm a sinner because I don't fucking pray every night? Like, suck my dick, dude.
Well, it's the classic. He might have been gay too.
Yeah, he might have been down. Yeah. I should be careful with that threat as a minor. He would have been like, is that a promise or a threat?
That's like the classic. That's like the classic thing, though. And I think everybody does this. Like, we all have things that we are like gung ho against, but usually it's like because we have like an issue with those things. I mean, you look at how many of these like anti-gay pastors like get found with like male escorts, or this guy talking about not sinning, like breaking up marriages. And, it's like, it seems like there's some projection going on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's almost like their own problems they're gonna portray on.
Well, they push them on to everybody else. Yeah, like you're all sinners, not me though.
Yeah, it's weird. That's the thing, that's my thing with religion. Like you said, if it helps people, and like when I said it's similar to therapy, that's what I meant, is it's very therapeutic for people. And I think that it saves people and fixes people. It also makes a lot of people fucking insane.
It all comes down to, because I spent a lot of time in churches. I was in choir. I've been in choirs my whole life.
Yeah.
Like, and you sing in churches. That's the space designed for what you do when you're in a choir. So I've seen a lot of services, man, and it really does come down to like the person at the top, like what are their motivations? Like at the church where I worked in my hometown, I never got the sense that Val, the pastor, was ever trying to get anything from anyone. She was only trying to give. She was only ever trying to give, and that I mean, that just made it a very nice experience. Like, even though she was talking about the Bible and stuff, like sometimes it was a story I'd never heard. Like, I was never like, ugh, get me out of here.
Yeah.
Like I was in some like Lutheran or Catholic services or like Methodist or Baptist. I mean, I've seen the whole gamut. And I mean, it really comes down to like the motivations of the people in charge. And if the person in charge is like motivated to help people and give, then it's probably pretty great. But the problem is, and this isn't just Christianity, it's every religion, I think, can fall into this trap of like the power, right? I mean, or politicians. I mean, power. Power corrupts, dude.
Yeah.
And so that's just where it ends up so often.
It's
in this
like
bad. Bastardized version of what it's actually supposed to be. And when you see the real deal, like when you see the real thing, it's very apparent.
You ever think like, because I always wonder, if me or you were given a position of power, like, because I mean, I'm sure we've had some in our life. It's just, I wonder if I was given something at those higher levels of power, if I would also go crazy with power. Because I mean, I've had moments of power, but not like, not talking like politicians and shit like that. I wonder if it's almost just like, it's almost inevitable.
Well, I guess my kind of counterpoint to that would be that like power is rarely given. It's almost always taken. So,
Very true.
So someone
Very
who
true,
goes and takes power, that, you know, they're going to be taking. That's their
Damn,
MO,
I never thought of it like
right?
that. Yeah.
Like power. I mean, you think about like dictators and I mean leaders. I mean, look at like Trump. Like he didn't want to give it up.
Yeah.
You know, he took power and he didn't want to give power.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. It really does come down to like the motivation and also like people are rarely incentivized to like do good once they have the power, you know, like or you talk about
keeping you in check.
Yeah, or you look at the president. What does the president make? Like their yearly salary is like $250,000. It's like nothing for the hardest job in the world, and they're making no money. So it's like, what? Of course they're gonna be going after power because they're not even close to satisfied with what they're getting.
Yeah, it's why it gets corrupt, because they like take deals with like companies and pass laws and shit so that when they're done, they get money. Bill Burr always talks about this on his podcast, but he says like, isn't it insane that these presidents make $250K a year, don't make shit, and as soon as they're out of office, they go do like Obama did like a $60 million book signing tour.
Yeah.
The fuck? Look, Obama's cool. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, whatever, you thought he was cool, this and that, but like to do a book tour at that is crazy. And it was probably in place with these big companies that he helped out, just like everyone does, which is, it's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that stuff is all unwritten and it's just been going on for so long.
Yeah.
Everybody just kind of knows.
No, I agree.
Knows the game. You know?
Yeah, 100%. We're going to move into one of the segments right now. It's called The Dumbass of the Week, brought to you by Red Foreman.
Dumbass! Dumbasses! Dumbass! 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 Dumbass!
The Dumbass of the Week this week is, I gave it to our governor, Greg Abbott, because he got COVID, which is pretty funny because he doesn't really believe in COVID, and now he has it.
Right.
And I was thinking, too, like, because Ted Cruz has been on Twitter a lot saying that the reason Texas has COVID is because we're letting too many immigrants in here and they all have COVID.
Yep. Every immigrant has COVID. They're all rapists and they all have COVID.
So now my spin zone is Ted Cruz has to come out and declare Governor Abbott a lover of immigrants and minorities and people sneaking into the country. Because if they're all getting it, how did Governor Abbott get it if he wasn't hanging out with an immigrant?
Here's what you don't understand, Brandon. Okay, it's a big conspiracy.
All right.
The immigrants are coming over here from Mexico. They're sneaking into Greg Abbott's house and spitting in his mouth in his sleep. Oh. And he's a defenseless man.
That makes
he
sense.
Can't use his legs. He can't even run away, dude. So he's just like stuck in bed, like, and they're just spitting in his face. And, you know, and that, even though he's vaccinated, that's how they got through.
Yeah.
It was a breakthrough case, both scientifically and border-wise. It was a breakthrough.
Wow, yeah. That's it's just the way it rolls, you know?
Yeah.
Especially for him.
He's always, I don't know.
He's always one step behind. It's just what he gets COVID late, you know, arrives late. Everything about him.
Dude, there was a picture of him at this, and dude, I don't know, like I'm vaxxed. I like
me too.
I don't want to wear the mask or whatever, but he was in this huge like Republican gathering, and it was, you know, hundreds of people, and you can look at the photo. There are no masks. It's like, okay, well, someone's getting COVID.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Yeah, someone.
I'm at the same point with you. Some people might call me selfish for it. Yo, when we were supposed to stay inside, I stayed the fuck inside. When we were allowed to go outside, but we had to wear masks, I fucking wore masks.
Yeah.
When we were supposed to get vaccinated, I got fucking vaccinated. I followed all the rules, and now it's not my time to follow the rules anymore. I did all the shit you asked. I'm not going to let my shit keep getting fucked up because other motherfuckers don't want to follow the rules. Whatever your choice, your body, do whatever the fuck you want at this point. I don't care, but I'm done I'm not. Dude. I'm fucking 24. I'm in good health. I'm not immune compromised. I am vaccinated. I've been vaccinated. I wore my mask. My time is. I did my shit.
Yeah.
If your grandma gets sick for it, like just get people vaccinated. I don't feel bad for anyone that gets COVID anymore if they're not vaccinated. You get it at gas stations and grocery stores. You get it at fucking Target now.
Yeah. I got it in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Earlier when you were saying I followed all the rules, I
Yeah.
stayed inside. I did not. I wasn't great at following the rules.
Yeah.
I mean, but my philosophy was always like, I know the risk that I'm taking.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody else, I was at a comedy festival in Vegas. Like, everybody here knows what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
We're all conscious of it. And
Yeah.
we're all, I mean, in my mind, like, we all signed a contract. It's like, I may get COVID, and if I do, it's not anybody's fault.
And that's my thought is like, and a big reason why I followed it was my parents, or I lived with my parents before, and my mom didn't want to stop seeing her mom because they live in the same town. So it was like, well, if I'm doing this, I'm putting my 75-year-old grandma in danger.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I won't. But now I live on my own, and I understand that, I can still get the Delta variant. I can still get COVID or whatever. But like you said, it is now my choice.
Yeah.
I took the precautionary measures, and if I get it, it's what I'm taking the risk. I'm going to open mics. I'm not wearing masks. I'm around people and all that.
Yeah.
But like, it's at this point.
Well, because at a certain point, it's like, I
gotta
know,
live
like,
my life.
Like, selfishly, like, I have to live my fucking life.
Yeah.
You know, I have to, because I was going crazy sitting in my apartment, especially in LA.
Oh, I can't
I mean,
imagine. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Just
I was in a
eating
studio
hole
apartment.
in your pocket too with that.
Oh,
rent.
I mean, yeah, it was awful, dude. There was nothing to do. All my friends were freaked out. I lost some friends to COVID, not because they died, just because they went crazy. Dude.
Yeah, no, same.
And
bro.
it's just like, and on both sides, like they didn't believe it or they believed it. It was like, okay, well, you're too far over there for me now, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it was such a weird thing that drove such a fence between people and made it just weird. And yeah, like you said, it's just, and even like it sucks because if you wore a mask to an open mic, it is truly damaging to like your progress as a comedian because people are gonna judge you,
dude. The
and
weirdest
people
thing,
are gonna talk like you're not gonna get the mingle, you're not gonna get the networking, you're not gonna get the hang because you're wearing a mask.
Dude, the comedians have not been on board with any of this
Ever.
from the beginning, dude.
Never.
It's so crazy. Like pretty much everybody I know, it's like, because I basically have like two worlds like that my friends come from. It's like comedy and theater.
Yeah.
And they're total opposites, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, theater really, at like the heart of it, it's not supposed to be
My
this way, but it's all about conforming.
My girlfriend is like the biggest theater person growing
really?
up. So like I fully understand that world.
All
and
these
that,
people, like there's this actress, Laura Osnes, who's like big on Broadway. Maybe you heard of her. But she doesn't want to get vaccinated, and she like had to pull out of this production. And now like all of my friends, like my New York theater friends, are like canceling her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like she did nothing to put anyone in danger. Like,
yeah. She at least did the smart thing.
I don't know,
got
like,
away from
yeah,
the
she
production,
like, well, she made her choice, and it's like, whatever. Like, isn't theater supposed to be all about like accepting people and like, like bringing ideas together and making art? I mean, that's what art is, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I don't think like the traditional comedian view is much better of like, fuck all this.
No.
I mean, there was a whole wave of comedians here in Austin who they all got COVID like a week ago.
Yeah,
and
no,
it's like,
and it was like a cute. They were
and
like,
none of them are vaxxed, and it's like,
dude, they were back in the scene like 6 days later.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm pretty sure
dude.
you don't get COVID in 6 days. But
yeah, whatever, dude. I mean, it's just like, again, like I view it very selfishly now. Like I got vaccinated, and now it's like, whatever. Even before I was just like, this is I'm making choices, and I don't live with anybody. So what's the harm?
100%. It's exactly like you said. It at this point, it's like, so I'm supposed to stay inside and like wear a mask and do all this shit now because like, and it's especially the fact that we left it like even California dropped the mask mandate, and then now besides Texas, it's back. Like, that's frustrating if you're someone who's lived in California and done nothing but follow the rules to have to go back into that. because there was a solution. And I get some, people are feared about the vaccine for whatever reasons. Don't fucking come at me. I don't give a fuck. But like, it's like you said, it's just they made that choice. Why does it affect me?
And I don't know. This is where I get, I guess, a little. I don't know. I guess more traditionally, Republican view would be like, like let the businesses decide if they want people in there. Like that's a business decision. That's not a government decision. Because you go to the grocery store here and like H-E-B, and most people have masks on.
Yeah,
and it's like the grocery store is one of the biggest buildings where there's a lot more air than like a comedy club where everybody doesn't wear masks, but whatever. And I'm sure a lot of these are the same people.
Yeah, I went to the dentist to get my girlfriend's like tooth fixed when she was all fucked up, and the dentist was like, "Sir, you have to wear a mask when you come in." And I was like, "Okay."
Here in Texas?
Here in Texas. So like there's places that are just kind of being like, "We don't give a fuck." Like if we think it endangers our people, which is like you said.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because like the right to refuse service started off as like a way to exclude like black people and minorities, and now those same people, like subculture of people, are now getting it used against them, and they're like, this is bullshit. And it's like, well, you're the one who came up with it. You realize this, right? Like, the right, they don't have to serve you if you don't want to wear a mask. They don't have to serve you.
Yeah.
Just like you don't have to wear a mask if you don't want to. They don't have to give you anything.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's the classic, I don't know if this is an American thing or just a human thing where it's like the rules are great until they don't hurt me, or they're horrible until they help me. It's like, that's probably just a human thing, dude. That's just
I said this a couple podcasts ago. You would ask most people, I'm a rule follower. There's a lot of rules, like stupid rules that I follow.
Yeah.
But there's also a shit ton of rules I break. And I said it, I go, I'm a habitual rule follower as long as the rules doesn't affect what I want to do.
Yeah. I think that's most people.
Most people. Yeah, no, it's just not, I didn't think it was like innate to me, but yeah, it's most people. We're going to follow the important ones. I'm not going to murder someone. I'm not going to steal. I'm not going to do that. But like little shit that if I'm like if I'm at a red light and there's no one there and it's the one right by my apartment and I'm sitting there waiting, I'm going to run this red light. And that's breaking the rules, but no one's around.
Well, that's breaking the law, actually.
What's the difference between the law and rules?
I guess
the law just rules?
The law is like, I don't know, rules are...
We're arguing the chicken and the egg right now.
Yeah, well, this is a semantic conversation. It's very important.
Yes.
I guess, I don't know. No, we don't need... The rules are like unwritten generally, I guess, I would say.
Okay, I guess that's true, yeah. Yeah, I guess I follow more social rules than I do, like...
Laws.
Because I think some laws are stupid, but like I like to be a good person to people. I just sometimes I'm like, in my mind I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah. Well, I smoke weed. I break the law.
Yeah, that's a law.
Multiple times a day.
You go to prison in Texas for possession of weed. Like that's super illegal. Yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, there's all kinds of little rules like that people or laws that people break, and I mean, how many people drink and drive? Like here, everyone. I swear to God, the legal limit here is like 0.18, not 0.08. They don't give a fuck. It's scary.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I've been on the highway coming back from gigs, like, and just been scared.
Yeah, you're like, I shouldn't have done this. Yeah.
Yeah. No, not me. Not because I was drinking.
The other person,
the people around me.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah.
No, I'm staunchly like.
I don't drink and drive.
Against drinking and driving. That's like a rule or a law or whatever you want to call it that I'm like very like adamant about.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I won't.
I think it's totally fucked.
To me it's more the fear of like, even if it's like, because it's never even been a thought for me to drive when I'm like fucked up where people like kill people, but that like you blow like a 0.1, you're a little you're able to control the car fine, but you shouldn't be driving like that. Dude, I don't do that because I don't want to pay 20 fucking grand and blow in my car.
Dude, I don't want like my brother works in insurance.
Yeah,
he talks about all these people,
fucked, bro.
All these people who come to him with SR22s, whatever, like state. I don't know what that stands for, but it's like the thing on your record.
It's like
and it's like your rates are I mean, it's just a really expensive thing to do. Like, purely if you're just looking at money wise, like. It's cheaper to get an Uber.
100%, bro. It's cheaper to get like 15 years of Ubers than it is for that one
Sign up for the membership or whatever.
Yeah, I never get people who get multiple DUIs. Like, What are you
Oh,
doing?
my brother, like, he's told me about people who, like, he sees their file. And it's like, we can't insure you.
Yeah.
Who can?
No, 100%.
You know, I mean, it's like I think there are like a few companies, I can't remember which ones, who will take anybody.
Yeah.
But it's like most
But you're
companies
gonna be paying
be like,
so much
oh
money.
yeah, oh yeah.
Dude, it's the same. My day job is refis and home loans, and I see so many people with like this shit credit because they did some dumb shit in high school or college and got a credit card and maxed it out, and we're just like, yeah, we can't do anything for you because you fucked yourself, and it's gonna take like, and it fucks you for so long, bro.
Dude, which is, I mean, kind of messed up, but also kind of like, it's not like
they did do it to themselves.
Yeah, it's not like you weren't aware. Although with financial stuff though, dude,
there's
like,
people who
if
don't
you,
know.
I had like, or I have like parents who like helped me with like understand that stuff.
Yes,
you know, and
if you
so
don't have a like my roommate, he has really bad credit because when he was in like high school, he maxed out a credit card and didn't pay it off. But he didn't have a dad growing up. Like he like for part of his life, like his, you know, he had a very like latchkey lifestyle and shit. And you don't get that message. Like no one passed on to him like exactly how a credit card works.
Yeah.
It's just like there's some people that you have to explain it to them.
Or like the student loan problem right now is like heavily based just in people who don't
get it.
They just don't get it.
Yeah,
and they didn't have anyone in their life.
Of poor people who have to do it because you have to go to college.
Because you have to go to college,
yeah.
and it's like so they. So in that kind of instance, I'm like, okay, you did it to yourself,
for them,
you know, but it's like that. I mean, but it's
DUI,
really mostly
you're
like
taught
credit
that
stuff, DUI stuff. That's
you're taught that
pretty
shit, bro.
obvious.
Everyone knows that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's part of like your license test and shit. Like that's on you. No one didn't tell you that.
Yeah,
you did that to yourself.
Right.
Well, we're gonna kind of wrap the podcast up here. We're gonna move into the final segment. I know I had you prepare the desserts, but we don't need to do them. We just talked about enough nonsense.
Oh, I was ready to shit all over Turkish delight.
Actually, you know
dude.
what?
That shit
let's
is garbage.
We'll do a
dude.
little faster version, and then we end the podcast with two would you rather's.
Okay, let's do it.
So what are your 3 favorite desserts?
3 favorite desserts.
And all I ask is don't give me like ice cream, cake, cookies. What kind of ice cream? What kind of cake? What kind of cookie?
Okay.
Like don't give a basic bitch answer.
Fucking. Well, you want to know something fucked up? Is since I had COVID, my taste and smell have been messed up for like a year. For like a year, so I haven't even really been eating dessert. But back in the before times, back before the world ended, I liked like a chocolate cake, just like as much as you can shove in there, as much chocolate as you can shove in there. Right?
I'm a chocolate cake hater, but
I'm out of here.
I don't know. Come back, please. I don't judge people for liking it. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's fine, dude.
It's just too much for me. I can't handle it.
Yeah, it's the same thing with anyone's belief, you know, or lifestyle or whatever, you know. As long as you respect it, we don't have a problem.
Fair enough. There's some desserts I won't respect. So
yeah.
Let me see if you name some.
Dude, I don't know. Like this is actually this is way harder than I thought. I don't know, like chocolate stuff, dude, like brownies.
Yeah.
But not brownies with frosting. Why would you frost a brownie?
Fuck that.
You're an insane person.
It's the too much thing.
It's way too much.
I like it with a scoop of ice cream. A la mode to me levels up brownies. Like there's a difference between a brownie and a brownie a la mode. A big difference.
Yeah.
I won't complain about either one, but like this is why I asked this question because one, it's a little harder than people realize, but people will get on here and I can tell they're at the start of it like this. Why does he ask me this? And then I'll be like, I don't really like that. And then they're arguing with me passionately about a dessert, how much it means to them. I'm like, you cared about this shit more than you fucking thought.
Yeah.
It's fun. And it's fun to get people upset too.
Yeah. And then I guess last would be like, I don't know if this really counts as a dessert. I mean, if we're being honest, it's a dessert. A cinnamon roll is a dessert.
Oh,
it's
100%.
not a breakfast.
Oh, we said
breakfast.
People have said I've given passes to donuts as desserts. So.
Donuts, that's a dessert. That's not a breakfast food.
I can't tell you the last time I woke up at 9 a.m. and was like, you know what I fucking need is a donut, dude.
Look next time if you view donuts as like a breakfast food, look at the nutrition facts.
Yeah,
next
you're a bad person.
It's like so much. I mean, just everything that's in like a cake or any other dessert is in a donut times 2. Dude.
You might as well have just eaten a slice of cake for breakfast.
Man, I want a donut now.
Yeah,
dude. Shout
There's
out
a
to
donut.
Dunkin'.
Across the street from us is a place I haven't been yet. Is called Donut Taco Palace. 1 because there's a Donut Taco Palace 2 somewhere in Austin.
Donuts and I mean I'm a little skeptical. But since we're in Austin, I could see that being a great place.
Yeah, dude. Like maybe
You
a
know?
Hispanic fool married an Asian woman, and they were like, "What do we produce best? Why is in the food industry?" And they fucking slung that shit out.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I gotta respect it. Maybe we'll stop by and get some tacos and donuts.
Yeah,
What's your least favorite dessert?
Oh, I don't know if this is genuinely my least favorite. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure I could if I dove through some more. But
Yeah.
like, have you ever had Turkish Delight?
Are they? Give me 1 second.
It's like a little.
Need to look it up.
It's like a kind of like a squishy, kind of Swedish, not Swedish, sweet-ish
Oh,
cube covered in powdered sugar.
these are fucking dude. Someone
This
else
is like some old-fashioned candy, dude, that doesn't need to be around anymore.
they're
We
gross.
have better sweet stuff than Turkish Delight. It's okay for some things to die.
Yeah.
You can make the same argument about the panda. Okay, we're keeping the panda bear alive. The only
got
reason
other bears,
pandas,
bro.
only reason pandas are still alive is because we're keeping them alive. The only reason that we're keeping them alive is because the Wildlife Federation still has a picture of a panda, and
Yeah.
they're so cute, but they are inefficient animals, and they should be extinct. Just like Turkish Delight, it's inefficient, it's shitty.
They're gross.
There's
looking.
better. It's gross looking.
If you're watching, there's an image between it. Dude,
It's-
they're like the texture has to be repulsive.
I would love to hear a defense of Turkish Delight.
You know what's
I
funny
would
is
love to.
I can't remember who, but someone else has listed that as their least favorite dessert also.
Yeah,
And they were
it's
very
horrible.
It was the first time I'd seen it too. They just look like jelly cubes with powder sugar.
That's basically what it is.
Which is my least favorite dessert. I don't do mine because they've heard me do them, but is my least favorite is Jell-O for the same reason.
I thought about Jell-O.
Jell-O's fucking stupid. It's just frozen liquid sugar. Like you said, there are so much better.
So
Have you had
many
a
better
Reese's
options.
Take 5, dude? It's a Reese's with a fucking pretzel inside and caramel inside because we have science now. You don't
Yeah.
have to just freeze green sugar and be like, it's
Yeah,
fun to
dude.
eat because it moves.
Yeah.
It's for old people taking medicine and people dying in a
Oh.
hospital.
Okay, here's my revised answer.
Yes.
Old people reminded me. Have you ever had those what are they even called? Those like wafers? They come in like a wax tube wrapper.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like flavorless, chalky. They're different
they're
colors. They're
so
supposed to have flavors.
I don't know what
That's
they're called.
something that like why is that still around?
Yeah, why?
All the people who ate that no. My dad has had them before. But my dad is not a stupid man.
Here's why I call bullshit. There's these fire cookies called they start with an A and they're from Australia and they're non-bake cookies because
Okay.
they used to make them for the soldiers during World War II and they're still good. So we had good desserts in 1942. We
Yeah.
can do fucking better than that bullshit.
Yeah.
If things
There's no
are good,
reason.
yeah,
It's a legacy system,
Yeah,
and
it's fucking
it's
stupid.
corrupt.
it's yes.
It really comes down to corruption. I think
We're here to take down the corruption.
we're here to
of the
take
dessert
down
community.
Greg Abbott and Turkish Delight and
And
those shitty wafer candies
and the leprechauns. Those
Yeah,
are
and the
Those are our
leprechauns.
three fucking enemies
Uh-huh.
on this podcast.
And dude, fucking blow my DMs up, dude. I don't even care, dude.
I want all the leprechauns and people who like Jell-O to
Yeah.
pull the fuck up. I ain't afraid of you. Because you're probably old as shit.
Yeah.
Or a leprechauns
Yeah, you're
can't
old
be
as
big.
shit. I'll give you COVID, bitch. And you'll die.
Yeah. I'll cough on you, ho.
Yeah, you better fucking watch out, dude.
I would love, like how old people, like you can get them angry easily, especially like you get them angry by like playing your music too loud.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to be like in a neighborhood, an old man would be like, turn that fucking music down. I'd be like, hey, bitch, I will cough on you. The
Yeah.
fear, and that's such a gangster insult to say to
Yeah.
someone. You ever had someone tell you they're going to fucking cough on you and felt your life threatened by
No,
it?
but I have had people cough on me before.
It's not
Yeah.
something.
It's gross, dude. It's gross. Even
Yes.
before, this was years before COVID, and I still wasn't chill with it.
You know what, dude? You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the last two Would You Rathers because of time.
All right,
and
no
I'm
worries.
gonna share with you the story that I told you I was gonna tell you on camera because
Oh, yeah, let's
people
do
will
it.
enjoy this. So I'm at Buzz Mill Comedy, doing that at the Buzz Mill Coffee Place, doing the Tuesday night mic. I get up and I go up and I have like a B- set. I get some laughs, some shit doesn't hit, not a bomb, but not a kill, but nothing to be disappointed. I get off stage, some few people, good set. I walk over, there's like for those who've never been there, obviously, there is a stage and it's like under a canopy and there's chairs and tables. And then there's just a huge backdoor outdoor area with tables and benches. And my girlfriend happened to come see my set, and she was sitting at a table far away, so I start walking back to her. The next comic comes up on stage, and he's like, I got to wipe down this mic. The last comic, I got to wipe. And I remembered that I did twice during my set see spit fly out of my mouth. So I was like, maybe he's. But then he goes, it's not because of COVID. It's because that last comic was shit. Silence. And then he goes, that guy was really shitty. Got to wipe up the shit. Silence again. I stand up and I go, you fucking suck. And then he goes, what? And I go, you fucking blow too, dude. You're horrible. And then he like says some shit to me again. So then, and I said this, and I was telling people, this is the gayest thing I've ever said, is I went, babe, hold my notebook. And, and I gave her my notebook, and I fucking stormed up.
I don't want to lose these incredible jokes.
Yeah, exactly. Don't let anyone get in this. And I went up to where the stage is. And there's like the flower bed on the outside, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm literally sitting just staring at him. I'm just kind of rubbing my face, watching him, and I see him look at me, and he says something, and it bombs again. And I go, dude, you are so fucking terrible. It's ridiculous. Because I'm mad, dude. Why? You just came at me for no reason. I understand now I'm being aggressive, but you fucking started this. This didn't need to happen. And then he's like, do you want to come back up here? And I go, nah, I already had my time. You're doing a great job fucking bombing. Continue it. So he goes back into his set, and I can literally see him like, blah, 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 like looking and looking at me and forgetting what he's saying. And finally, like a minute left in his set, he looks at me and he goes, I'm an alt comic, dude. It was just a joke. And I didn't know what that meant. So I just went, I went, and then he finished his set and he goes, okay, well, I'm going to go hide before I get my ass beat goodbye. And he runs inside Buzzmill. And I'm like, I'm not going to chase this fool, but I just sit there. And a couple minutes pass, and he comes back out, and I can see him see me, and that he has to come to me to leave. Yeah. And I'm just waiting, and I'm just kind of sitting there and watching the next comic, and he like comes up and taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, oh man, did that joke go wrong? Bro, I'm so sorry. It was just a joke. And I was like, for real, man? And he was like, yeah, bro, I'm just kidding. Like, I'm an alt comic. Like, we just kind of do weird things. Which, dude, I know what an alt comic is. It's not an excuse to be a fucking asshole. Is the problem?
Well, it's like just say something actually funny.
Yeah,
I don't know this is a whole nother conversation. But like, alt comic that genuinely means nothing to me. It's like you're either funny or you're not.
Yeah, there's no different.
Like, there's
comedy is funny or not.
Like these alt comics love to pretend
that not getting laughs
is funny, or that they just like think that they could just go up there and say something like a non sequitur, like cum is stickier in the winter, and it's like, and that's a joke. It's like, what?
Yeah, what? You're just saying
it's
words
like you're like
especially
him like saying I'm an alt comic. It was just a joke. I don't know. That's stupid. Nah. Just say it's a joke. Just say, oh, I'm sorry. It was a joke and it bombed. The alt comic thing is like, no, that means that you did think it was shitty.
Dog, and
that's telling me that you did think it was shitty.
Exactly. And here's the thing, bro. Like the week before, I went up and I told like a joke about like my grandma and like how she says like the N-word and stuff, and like a joke about it. And like he then like the next guy, like I said like a part where I like tell my mom that she said it just to bring her hero down. And he got up and he's like, bro, you had to tattle on your grandma to your mom, you little pussy. That's funny, bro. You're bantering with me. You're not being mean. What he did was 100% malintent, and it bombed because I didn't bomb. Yeah. You didn't even pick a target correctly. Dude. And then he apologizes, and and she's like, my name's blah, blah, blah. I'm so sorry. It's a pleasure to meet you, dude. Your set was way better than mine. Like, again, bro, I hope you know I didn't. And like, dude, deep down, like, I'm not a confrontational person, so I just let it pass because I'm watching this guy turn into a full-on beta cuck bitch.
Yeah, well, he's an alt comic.
Yeah, he's an alt comic, bro. Yeah.
There you go.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Got him, dude.
Got him. And so it was just so
it's weird, man.
But it was nice because I was very happy that I just didn't take it, that I went and like put him in my, because he insulted my artwork. Like what I know, what maybe you don't consider comedy artwork, some people, but like to me, he insulted who I am and what I do. And I wasn't going to just sit there and take it.
Dude, I mean, dude, I have many similar stories about people following me, and you know they have to say something about the guitar, they have to say something about that I was singing, and it's just like, I don't know, like it's one thing to like reference something going on in the room, you know, like to like or reference the set before, but to just like, I don't know, to just like shit on someone, especially when they weren't bad. It's like jokes have to come from a place of honesty.
Yeah.
So was it a joke, or are you, what, like, or do you have just some sort of like issue?
Yeah, exactly.
Right now, you know, because like it has to be true. There has to be some truth to it. Like if he had said, "Did you see how much spit was flying out of that guy's mouth?" and he was rubbing, I don't know. It's not that. It's pretty hack, but at least that could be kind of funny.
Exactly. But it was the fact that there truly wasn't a joke. He just went up and was like, "That guy sucks."
Well, that's alt comedy, dude. It's devoid of jokes.
Fucking.
That's
chump,
I guess
bro.
like when because I've had hours long discussions about what does that term actually mean.
Yeah.
And really, it just kind of comes down to, it's someone who doesn't tell jokes and just tries to be like quirky.
Yeah.
I'm so quirky.
No, I completely agree. It's yeah. It was, I'm like not upset. Like now it's funny to me.
Yeah.
And I've told a couple comics because there's part of me that like, there's part of me that did actually feel a little bad because I did kind of just go destroy his but he started it. So then there was part of me where I was like, did I go too far? Like, but as I told more comics, all of them were just like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Like, you don't owe him any decency because he didn't give you any to begin with. And I was like, yeah, okay, you're right. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
So,
dude.
yeah, it was wild. There was the couple comics before me, too, had, like, a beef like that, but it was the guy, like...
Oh, so, dude, I mean, really, like, it's just this guy trying to be like other he's just like trying to do what he saw, you know. He might be new. I don't know who this guy is. But
I don't get.
Maybe
I'll show you his shit later.
Maybe he's just trying
to.
Maybe he's just trying to. I mean, you run into that a lot with like new comics. It's like they're trying to do what they think a comic is supposed to do.
Yeah, they don't have their voice. They don't even have it. Like none of us have our voice yet, but like we'll have ideas of what it is. Like those guys have no idea.
Right.
What it is.
I mean, I I'm sure if I went far back enough in my career, like I'd find moments that are just as cringy. You know what I mean? Like going for what you think is a joke, and it's like, oh, that was not funny.
No, I completely agree with you. Well, dude, thank you for doing the podcast. This was fucking blast. Well, you'll be back on sooner than later. The floor is yours if you want to promote some stuff. Plug all your shit right now, and I'll stay quiet.
Obviously, follow the Very Serious Club at Very Serious Club on all platforms except where you get podcasts.
Yep.
TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. That'd be great. And then if you like me, you can follow me. Listen to my music. It's at Geoff Eggs, Geoff Eggs, like the food.
Fuck yeah! I'm gonna. His music actually will be the outro music this week, guys. And then the normal one I'm gonna find one of your songs to play.
Oh hell yeah! I'll send you one.
Yeah. Send me one that you want, like the one that you want people to kind of check out and shit. I'll put it. It'll be the intro music too. And
cool,
then,
dude.
And then other than that, guys, thank you so much for listening. And if it's your first time listening or your 74th time listening, I appreciate you. For me, by the time this comes out, it'll be almost the end of the month. It'll be out next Wednesday. So when this comes out, that weekend, Sunday, I'll be in San Marcos at Big J's CBD Lounge. I'm doing a spot there. You can come. They're giving out like Delta 8 joints or whatever, the shit that makes you feel like you smoked painkillers. It's fucking weird. Those joints, they're giving them out, but it'll be a fun show.
Dude, I took an ibuprofen to the dome, dude.
That's basically what it is, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
But come out and see me there, guys. Come support. Other than that, I'll have more dates eventually. But thank you guys for supporting the squad. I love you. And most importantly, thank you for letting us be your last resort. See ya.
I'm so liberal that I check my privilege when I fly. No carry-on privilege for me. I pay the privilege fee. I'm so liberal, and I've got a lot to say, and I just want you to like me. Please. I just want you to see how deep I am about stuff. I just want you to know me. Know me. Me. I'm so liberal, that's a fact. I am basically black. It's true, a black guy said so once. Seeing racism, wondering why. Look no further than this white guy. I'm so liberal, and I've got great thoughts on race, I promise. And I just want you to like me. Please, someone like me. I just want you to share my political Facebook post. I just want you to know me. Know me. Me. But all this liberalism has caused a schism between me and my former friends. Because if you disagree, you must be a Nazi. We're all entitled to my opinion. My opinion. I'm so liberal when I eat. I've never even seen meat. It's true. I'm a vegan, I'm a vegan, I'm a vegan. Did I mention I'm a vegan? I'm so liberal, and I'm a vegan, and I just want you to like me. You guys like me, right? I just want you to like and retweet if you agree. I just want you to know me, and you all know me now. Me. Thank you very much.
Oh my goddamn, dude.
Thanks.
Oh, that is, dude, so good.
So
I feel like
good.
I'm blushing. It's so good.
I'm starting to blush too. Blow smoke.
So much fucking fun,
Way
man.
better than we
Holy
deserve.
shit.
You blew our backs out twice in a row.
Dude.